to the Ohio River. It is Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Today, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Detroit Lions and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Bengals fans, please welcome your 2025 Cincinnati Bengals.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olds are ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go from Cincinnati. He'll get across the 20, buck him down to the 23-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, man out of the University of Washington. Here's Jake Browning.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from the opening whistle.
Now, faking the give. He's going to air one out right away. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it'll bring up second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And this one complete on the sideline. Good footwork to stay in bounds, but he is just shy of the first down. And that brings up fourth down.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
So on fourth down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
If he's going to lead his team to a win, he has to be smart with his decision-making. The last thing you want to do is give the opposing team an extra possession solely because you got reckless with the ball. As long as he's calculated with those risks, I think they have a good chance today coming out on top.
He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. It's second down.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Detroit.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Not much happening there, just a short game.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9 at the 42-yard line.
Here's second and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Taylor Britt.
Well, we're getting a little test chance here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to rattle. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
The Bengals offense ready now for their second drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. First run of the game here for Chase Brown. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Browning. He'll find Andre Yosibas. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
There's two big key pieces the way you want to evaluate quarterbacks in the NFL, Mike, is the first one, how do they operate on 3rd down? But the second one, how do they throw the ball when it's not a clean pocket? And you saw here, the ability to be on time and accurate through contact. That's what separates the good ones from the rest, and that was a big-time throw right there.
T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
The Lions offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Demetrius Knight there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 9. Laporta in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
From the gun, it's Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. Now inside the 25. And he will go all the way. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Lions will take a 7-0 lead.
Lions 7, Bengals nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Charlie Jones now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They've had it twice and they've punted twice, still seeking that first down of the game as they begin this third drive.
There, maybe a yard. The ball carrier, Alex Anzalone on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Browning. That's into the hands of Yosivas. And will mark him down just shy of the 40.
10 yards.
A gain there of 10 yards. It's a Cincinnati first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Browning. He'll set up the screen to Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
The job of the offensive lineman is the key piece to a successful screenplay. They have to balance this fine line between stopping the defensive lineman from getting to the quarterback too quick, but also let that defensive lineman think he's got a free rush at the quarterback. That's the balance and the timing that made this play so successful, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Down at the 48-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From a couple yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. They bring the tight end in motion. Throwing, Browning. He'll swing this one out to Brown. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Down and
9. 3rd down and 9. They bring Chase in motion. To throw, it's Browning. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
That one hits at the 3, but goes in the wrong direction for the punter. It turns out to be a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
First down, Detroit.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why. We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
On second down, Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Lions first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target, but I don't think it's going to be his last.
We'll get this to about midfield. Veteran Trey Hendrickson there on the stop.
Brings up second and 7.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second and 7. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get forward for about a yard. B.J. Hill shuts it down there.
At the 48-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Here comes third and 6. Throwing, Goff. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Laporta in motion. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. Now pass deep for St. Brown. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down. The Bengals offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a first and 10. Browning now. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the Lions' 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 3. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll air one out for Higgins. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down.
Third down and 3
That was a
yards to
perfectly
go.
timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Andre Yosivach was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
The Lions offense about ready to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Oren Burks there on the stop.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 8. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And this will be a Lions 1st down as he gets this up to the 42.
Down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. And the Lions 1st down.
Ridiculous, take it out!
1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. Lions ball to begin this 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. To Slaw, the man in motion. Goff to throw on 1st down. This one complete. It's to Slaw. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 16 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early.
Automatic 1st down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Gibbs. He'll carry this one inside the 20, into the red zone. Give him 8 on that carry.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and
1. 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. Now Goff gonna hold on to it. Oh, the ball's out. And it is recovered by the Bengals.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit. And that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one.
Previous play is under review.
At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They are very fortunate to get another shot at it. It is 2nd down and goal. They'll go play action with Goff. This one caught at the 4. To the goal line and in. Rock right. Touchdown, Lions. Well, the play fake gets its job done, and so too does the tight end. Always a great target down there, as you know, Greg, near the end zone.
And this is where, Mike, so many tight ends do their damage. Down here in the goal line where the threat of run gets so much attention. And oftentimes it just takes the slightest hesitation by a defender. You see a tight end pop wide open, and in this case, results in the touchdown.
Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions move out on top, 14-0.
Bengals nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals offense ready to take over once more. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Carry here for Brown. And he'll take this to about the 28. Tyreek Williams, first rounder out of Ohio State. They're on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10.
When the ref, let's go right here.
Here's Browning. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
He took a shot on that throw, but you don't feel it quite as much when you pair it with a throw as good as that one. So kudos for him standing in that pocket, delivering a strike to pick up that first down.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll step up and run this. And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Now Browning. This one completes to Higgins. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner, and next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
And with that sack, it should put an end to what's been a very promising drive up until this point. Great job of bend without breaking, getting yourself off the field when the opportunity presented itself.
Fourth down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. This will be a 48. He gets 3 inside the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Detroit. Greg, those are the momentum swings that get you. One team is looking to add 3. Instead, the other team adds 6. Thanks to the ability to block the kick.
Yeah, and in this case, Mike, the players are constantly reminded by the coaches, you never know. Just keep rushing, keep rushing. You could rush 100 times, but if you do it full speed, the 101st you stick your hand up, that's the one where it connects with the ball. In this case, that's exactly what happens. Scoop, score, change the game.
Bates now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Lions will take themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Bengals nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to take over possession of the football. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. ground. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 9. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd and 6. Back to throw, Browning. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. 17 yards on that connection. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Browning. Look wide. Get this one complete.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Throwing, Browning. Complete. It's Yoshiba. And he will go all the way. Andre Yoshiba. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bengals get back in it. It is 21-7. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On play action, Goff. Coming across the field, it's St. Brown. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
17 yards.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Now, Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Gain on the play. And it's third down.
From the gun, it's Goff. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
All right, so in these third and short, third and mediums, we're kind of seeing teams around the league, Mike, kind of start shifting to more of a run-down philosophy where they say, okay, even if we don't pick it up, we still have fourth down. So many teams around the league are playing with that philosophy. In this case, they keep it in the air, falls incomplete, just brings up a challenging fourth down decision.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Bengals offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. To throw, it's Browning. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line.
Tight end, the motion man to the right. He'll run here with Brown. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's third down. This one, deep downfield for Chase. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Goff to St. Brown for a big one. 32 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. Right back to St. Brown. They connect again.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and There's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Handoff, Gibbs running left. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
The Lions call their first timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. It is 3rd and 10. Goff. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Isaac Tesla was the intended target. And it's going to be 4th down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Jones now on the return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Bengals offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll send their tight end left. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. He'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Quickly into the hands of Chase. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock.
At the 45-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Browning now. Pass caught. Gesicki on the right. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. So now the Bengals use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now they'll set up to throw. Open left side is Gesicki. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
Good tackle by Chris Jenkins. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Goff. Right side, that's Laporta, the tight end. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Get a pause here. We have an injury, and it is the tight end, Sam Laporta, a player they cannot afford to lose. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Goff to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. Finding space inside the 40. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
The 27-yard line.
That pickup good for 29 yards.
First down.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. It was Cam Taylor-Britt with the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7. To throw is Goff. That's right side into the hands of Tismar. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Lions first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Goff with the give to Montgomery. He'll get it out 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 6. Throwing here is Goff. And he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Lions will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Bengals 7.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Bengals offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to get the 1st down. He is up past the 35-yard line.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the 1st down.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Now Browning. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Alex Anzalone getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket, nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw, Browning. That's into the hands of Yosivas. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Here's a 3rd and 10. and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Now, a two-point conversion attempt coming.
The Bengals will line up for the
Throwing, Browning. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. First and 10, here's Gibbs. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Backs doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Goff to throw. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up.
Third down.
Now Goff. Open man is a tight end right. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain of 24 through the air. First down, Detroit.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
He kept waiting for that cutback lane to develop. It never did. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
From the 31, here's second and 9. Tight end going in motion here. A second down throw for Goff. In trouble, and down he goes. Chris Jenkins Jr. in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's third down.
Certain guys just have a knack for finding the ball. In a lot of ways, Mike, you can't even really coach it. We've seen him do it all throughout this game today. Fumble recovery, sack. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets his hand on another one and comes down with a pick.
Stop defense!
backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Goff. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
A gain of 21 yards.
That is rare. You don't see 3rd and 17 converted all that often. 1st down.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback. And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage, and I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
Here's a handoff to Montgomery. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? That is caught back corner of the end zone. Isaac to Slaw. Touchdown, Detroit. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Bates now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Lions tack on one more to their lead.
Lions 38, Bengals 13.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense and T. Higgins set to take over once more. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. To throw is Browning. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll get about 4 yards before wisely covering up.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
From the 29. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. He'll get to the edge, but unsuccessfully stopped there for no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense, no gain.
They bring Chase in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
That's good for the Cincinnati Bengals.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. The tight end Fant in motion. Fourth quarter gets underway, and it's a run by Brown. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Third and 10. Here's Browning. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Mike Gesicki was the intended receiver. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. It was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. The Lions offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They'll go play action with Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On second down, Goff. To the outside, that's St. Brown. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
He'll try and throw for it on third and 1. And that is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up fourth and short.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Bengals 13.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. Now, he'll find Gesicki over the middle. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
6 yards.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
He'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
Taken down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Brown. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
Alexander on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Lions' 24-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now this time they'll look to throw. He'll step up and run.
Well, Mike, this is not somebody that you're usually afraid of beating you with his legs, but every now and then he can do just enough to extend the play. That's exactly what he did here. Picks up enough yardage, converts the first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. He'll run again. And he will get into the end zone. Jake Browning. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least it'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals are able to cut into the deficit.
The score, Lions 41, Bengals 20.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
And the Lions first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down, and in this case, they do it for a loss.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
The Lions will punt this ball away. He's on for the 2nd time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Bengals offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. On the ground, it's Brown. Solid running there. He takes this up near the 35. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
That's complete. It's Yoshiva. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late. Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing now from the gun. I had defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
Fourth down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on third down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard
Offensively
line.
landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the fourth quarter.
Now Browning, short one here to Hudson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. Back to throw, Browning. This one complete to Higgins. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
To number 82. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 13-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Second and 5. Browning. Forced out left. He'll try to run for it.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
They've moved the ball well here, but now face third and 2. He'll take off again. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock.
The 3-yard line.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up first and goal.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's first and goal. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
McPherson now for the PAT. The kick is good, and the Bengals are able to edge a bit closer.
Bengals 27.
This one not
Evan
quite
McPherson
over,
to
but
kick
down a
off
couple
for
of scores.
Cincinnati.
We're going to get an onside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Toss to the right. Here comes Gibbs. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Back at the 44-yard line.
Williams in motion. The RPO. That one is complete. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's 3rd down coming up.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag. I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Lions will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
Their own 22-yard
Bengals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. Gesicki, the man in motion. Throwing, Browning. Short one into the hands of Gesicki. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. He'll drop to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. 12 yards on that hookup, and the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Gesicki on the right. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
That's another.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase.
Complete to number 1, Jamar Chase. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
So a win for the visitors, the Lions. In a game that was expected to be a cakewalk, pretty much turned out that way. Their class just much the best in this one, as they cruise to an easy road victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.